So when you own the two busiest vape shops in Pittsburgh and are running the most successful podcast in Pittsburgh, you don't got a lot of time. Don't believe me? I'm filming this while I'm driving, folks. I'm going from Tiny Box 1 to Tiny Box 2. That's Tiny Box Vape Shop 2. Right here in Canada, we do have Tiny Box Vape Shop 2, the greatest vape shop in all of America. But once again, we are not here for that. We're here for the Chino Brothers, Season 1, Episode 17. Leo, what do you know about 17?
There are 17 different species of penguins.
That's a random fact about 17. Brandon, what do you know about 17?
In France, to call the police, you dial 17.
That's right. And here in the United States, you dial 911. So someone please call 911 because y'all about to light this up watching Season 1, Episode 17 of the Chino Brothers.
Yeah.
What'd you think of that, dude?
That was legit, bro. How did you keep the car driving, climb out of it while it was moving, and get that footage at the top of the car with the wrap on top?
It's an ancient Chinese secret.
That's called, I thought you were going to say Chinese fire drill. Totally racist now, but in the 80s we did that. Remember that?
I mean, but is it racist if we do it? That's the thing. If you're Asian and you do a Chinese fire drill, is that racist, or is it just, hey, man, you know,
it's just funny.
It's national heritage, man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And if you don't know what the Chinese fire drill it is when you pull up to a red light, Chinese fire drill means everybody gets out, goes all the way around the car, and gets back in. Hopefully before it turns green. Hopefully. Why?
Dude, you know what I'm starting to realize this about our show is that a lot of people leave comments, and you guys, if we don't shout you back out, although, and it's not me saying, hey, Adlai, read the comment. But if we don't shout you back out, sometimes me and Adlai go back and see the show, and we see a bunch of comments we didn't see.
Yeah, it's really weird. So what up, DJ Doc? We did see this one, but
yeah,
Doc. I wonder if it's just because I went back and I was like, wait, there's a ton of people like T-Flow Cruz. You know, she was chiming in. A couple other people were, especially about the crush. Everybody wanted to comment about our celebrity crush or their celebrity crush, which I thought was really cool. Hey, and also
were there other celebrity crushes where people like, oh no, but I liked so and so?
T-Flow Cruz, Tanya, we used to work together at Hertz. She said she had a huge crush on Yippee-Ki-Yay, Bruce Willis.
On Bruce Willis.
Yeah, and she said without the hair, she liked it. She liked the
without
clean
the
shaven
hair.
look. Yes,
good for her. God bless her.
She's married, so I can't comment on it. But yeah, T-Flow Cruz, thanks for watching in. I did the Chinese fire drill once. One guy got left because he fell. Yeah, hey man, if you lag, you get left behind.
That's right. The Chinese fire drill ain't for everybody. The Chinese fire drill is only for the non-faint of heart.
Yeah, that's where you hop on the bumper and hold on. Hey, I got something for 17 too.
What do you got for 17?
She was young and hot and oh so tender. Rick James.
Who's that?
My man. Yeah, super freak. She's only well, back in the 70s, 80s, you could talk about 16, 17-year-old. Even what's his name? Ringo Starr. Talked about a 16-year-old.
Yeah, but does that make it non-weird because it was the 80s? Because like think about it, bro. There was that one song.
Still weird.
She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone, they say. Like, that's so weird. You're 16. The dude's probably 48, you know? I don't know. I don't know how old that guy was.
Yeah. Woo. But yeah.
How do I know how old that guy was?
Weird now. So episode 18 will be legal, right? It'll be, So episode 18. Episode 18. Nobody makes songs about she was 18, do they? No, I take that back. There was a song about 19. No, that was Paul Hardcastle, though. 19 being the average age of the soldier in the Vietnam War. But nothing about girls in 18.
Well, so my question is when I was 18, I rode a Greyhound bus from West Covina, California to Aberdeen, South Dakota.
Oh my gosh. First of all, that must have been love. Second of all,
how'd you know?
The Greyhound bus is brutal. That's pretty far. Oh my gosh, that's like 1,000, 2,000 miles, right?
Oh, it was awful, dude. It was awful. It was the worst. Dude, it was awful. You said you rode a couple times from Tucson, right?
I did Tucson to Orange County all the time and back and forth and stuff before I had a car. And it'd be cheap. It'd be like $50 or whatever, but for example, it would take you 8 hours to drive. It'd take you about 16 hours by Greyhound, and always packed, and it stopped every 2 hours, and you always sat by somebody weird.
Oh, dude, the scummiest people on earth ride on Greyhound. I mean, like, well, here's the crazy part: is the scummiest people on earth ride on Greyhound, and then like people who don't know the scummiest people on earth ride on Greyhound. You know what I mean? Like, it's either you're a scumbag looking for the scumbag party because that's where you belong, or just an innocent bystander that's like, oh yeah, I want to go on Greyhound. My wife rode on Greyhound, I believe, from Pittsburgh to Virginia.
Alone?
I believe so. I don't know. I mean, she's watching, so she can put it in the comments. But I mean, well, hopefully we'll get the comments. Once again, guys, if you've been
couldn't put her on a plane? Why didn't you put her on a plane?
No, this is before we met. Okay. No, this wasn't like recent. I wasn't like, hey man, you wanna have a horrible time? Go ahead and Greyhound.
And it stops in every tweaker spot ever. Hang out if you want some entertainment. Hang out at a Greyhound stop, no matter what city you're in, because it's San Bernardino. Yeah.
Dude, in Pittsburgh, the Greyhound bus stop is downtown.
Yeah, see, Bakersfield's is too, and dude, every downtown. Do you guys have a lot of homeless there?
Kind of, but not really. Like, our downtown is beautiful. Like, you saw it in that video today. Like, it looks,
Pittsburgh to Breezewood, the breezy. Okay. Yeah, and that's true. Bakersfield has nice parts, but the bus area is rugged. I'll say that. I'll definitely say that too. We had a guy, I remember getting on the bus and I felt bad. He was an older dude, but he'd obviously wet his pants. And
pooped his pants or peed his pants?
Just pee. But the liquid pee can be pretty pungent. You know what I'm saying, dude? And you feel bad. It's like a 90-year-old guy. Just like everybody's like, oh man. I mean, the bus driver had to say, look, bro, you can't ride on this bus. You got to go clean up and get on the next one. And he was kind of frantic and stuff. You're like, oh, I didn't say, hey, bro, just sit by me. I didn't say that, but I did genuinely feel bad. I was like, oh man, that sucks, dude. So, but it's if you got to ride Greyhound, anything like that, good for you, man. But right. It's tough.
You ready for my rough Greyhound story?
Yes.
All right, check this out. So you were correct. It was an ex-girlfriend. She lived in Aberdeen, South Dakota. She'd broken up with me, and I rode the bus out, hoping to see her on Christmas. What Brandon said?
Best tour guide. Just don't go to Amarillo, Texas.
Oh yeah, we drove, dude. Me and Brandon drove across the country, and in Amarillo, I almost got arrested.
That's another story.
Bananas?
Yeah, that's another story. I want to hear that later.
So I'm riding back from Aberdeen, South Dakota. So I ride up to Aberdeen, get there. Obviously, my ex-girlfriend was like, yes, I did not want you to be here. Why did you show up? And I was like, well, I guess I'm going home. So get back on the Greyhound, ride back to Los Angeles, right? I'm on my way back, and it stops in Vegas on Christmas Eve. Do you know where the most depressing place in the world is?
Nobody goes to Vegas Christmas Eve. Nobody.
A crappy casino on Christmas Eve in Vegas is literally the most depressing place you've ever seen. But they had 89-cent breakfast. Ooh, now I'm super broke. I think I was 18 years old, and they had 89-cent breakfast, and that was our stop until we hopped up and went to LA. So I'm like, all right, sweet. So it's me and this other guy coming from South Dakota, and he's going to Orange County, and I'm going to West Covina. And dude, this guy sucks, and I have to talk to him the entire ride back to California. Now we get off, we go to the restaurant, and our waiter looked like DMC from Run DMC. It was really cool. I was like, oh, this guy's cool. 89 cents. It was like a ham steak and like eggs or something, and a cup of coffee. Come back, the bus took off without us, dude.
No.
Yeah, man. Woo.
And you just met this guy you're hanging with in South Dakota.
I hate this dude. This dude's awful. And they're like, yeah, next bus is at 6 a.m. Oh my gosh, it was awful.
6 on Christmas morning. So you're leaving on Christmas morning? Wait, you knew this dude from before or from South Dakota? Just met him on the bus?
Dude. No, like, so when I went to South Dakota, my ex-girlfriend became like I don't want to say an awful person. Yeah, she'll never see it. She became an awful person, started hanging out with all these like losers and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing hanging out with these losers? One of those losers rode with me back to California.
So how long was the trip in total?
She's pretty hot, huh? I'm like, dude, please stop talking about my ex-girlfriend. He's like, she's pretty hot, huh? Pretty hot. I'm like, oh, this is awful. I think it was 4 days. I want to say it was 4 days. Dude, the ride up was no cherry pie either. The ride up sucked too. Like the ride up, dude, it was just a bunch of losers. Bro, I don't care. I was trying to be polite. You can't be polite. Greyhound sucks, dude. Greyhound should be ashamed of themselves. I'm serious, dude.
On those kind of trips though, you got to act a little crazy. Otherwise, people be like, "Oh, this guy's nice. I'm going to take advantage of him somehow, one way or another." So it's okay to be a little crazy on the bus.
Is that what you did though? Would you act crazy when you were on the bus?
Well, I pooped my pants and just kind of cruise around. I'm just kidding.
But you didn't, because the guy got kicked out for peeing his pants. Be honest with me. Did you act crazy and like get people to not kick it with you?
I think I kind of kept my head down. You know what I mean? It's like, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Because, dude, you make eye contact walking down the aisle in a Greyhound, because it's not assigned seatings. It's like, oh, crap, this fool saw my, eye contact. Oh, no, he's sitting by me. And then, it's 2.5 hours of random jibber jabber of like, this guy's life story. It's like, ugh.
Yerm said, what's up, gentlemen? What up, Yerm?
Yerm.
Here's the problem. So here's the problem with me and the Greyhound, dude. Like the ride up, so we stopped in Vegas on the way up, right? And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to play some slots. Put a quarter in, pulled, and I hit, dude. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is dope. Now I've got like $260 in quarters or whatever it was on a Greyhound.
Every time you're walking down, they're like, chink, 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 chink. This mother effer's got money.
Yeah. You don't trust anybody, man. Like, oh man, it was awful. Greyhound sucks. Dear Greyhound, you should be ashamed of yourself for being any form of transportation. You are the absolute 100 worst. What's up with the filter? Yeah, sorry, Joe. I apologize. Let me get this filter off. Hold on. You know what it is recently I've been talking crap on a lot of people who then end up watching the podcast. And I'm like, how am I going to stop doing that? So now I'm like trying to be filtered, but you're right, bro. That's not who I am. That's an effing lie. I'll be an effing liar, just like Greyhound. Let me tell you something about some Greyhound, Adlai. I'm telling you right now, dude, how have they not gotten a class action lawsuit against themselves, dude? Bill Cosby took advantage of like 100 women, right? Greyhound has taken advantage of all of us, man. I'm telling you, class action lawsuit. Greyhound, you belong in prison, dude. Dude, we got another bus out here, though, and it's kind of nice. It's called like the budget bus or something. I can't remember what it's called. But like they have Wi-Fi, they have double deckers, they have big fat seats. But I can't remember what it's called.
That's nice. Now, have you ever had to use the bathroom on a Greyhound?
Yes, and that is
really
for that they should be Bill Cosby. I'll tell you right now. I mean, Billy Boy got out of jail, man. Billy Boy, dude, that dude is OJ Part 2, bro. Like, how do you pull that off, man? You went to jail. You were in jail for 2 years, and then they're like, "Nah, you're good. It's time to go."
Yeah. We gotta talk about that one on another podcast because that's a whole nother thing, man. Oh my goodness.
Greyhound should be treated the same way as Bill Cosby. I said it right here. And not Bill Cosby getting out of jail, Bill Cosby getting into jail and losing his career. Greyhound is horrible. 100%. Anybody who's been offended by Greyhound, we need to start a class action lawsuit against these people. They call themselves transportation. Dude, I'll tell you right now, you got to try Spirit Airlines at least once. I don't think it's as bad as people say it is because it's also a budget transportation. Yeah, people always talk crap on Spirit. They're like, oh, it sucks, blah, blah, blah. I'll be honest with you. You got to pay for overhead, right? If you want to put your bag overhead, you got to pay extra. Yeah. Dude, you don't get any snacks. You don't even get a glass of water, but it's dirt cheap. But here's what I like about it. Okay, because it's so dirt cheap, if you want to sit wherever you want to sit, you got to pay extra, right? So I'm like, for $13 more, yes, I'm going to sit in the emergency row. But everybody's so cheap, they won't do it. Plus, people are so cheap, they don't want to pay for the overhead bag. Okay, now check this out. They didn't pay for the overhead bag. That means when it's time to get off the plane, everybody just stands up and leaves.
Oh,
because that's the worst part about being on the plane, dude. When you're sitting there and the guy pulling his 9 bags out of there because he was too cheap to check a bag. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, that's not supposed to be an overhead. You know that's not supposed to be an overhead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, why is it that people get so angry when they travel? That's a whole nother thing too. Like there's always fights. People get like, oh.
If you're riding on Greyhound, bro, you have a right to be angry. That's how it goes. And like planes, bro, planes aren't like they used to be. Back in the day, bro, you get on the plane, you were like, dun, dun, dun. You felt like a kind of a hero. You felt kind of like you were having fun. Like just the plane ride was fun. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm important. I'm on a plane. Dude, and now there's like Priceline and all that, so anybody can go ahead and hop on a plane. One time, me and Sharon were flying to Los Angeles. There was a lady in front of me with a Pepsi bottle filled with booze, drinking the Pepsi bottle with booze in the line. I'm like,
Gavin's saying he's mostly only ever flown with Spirit.
Word.
Do you get frequent flyer miles at least?
You can, but dude, it's so cheap, you don't really need them. Here's the next thing. Spirit doesn't let people bring dogs on the plane.
Doesn't.
Exactly.
Like even the emotional support animals?
If you bring an emotional support animal on the plane with Spirit, you have to register first, and then you have to show all your paperwork showing that you actually need a registered support animal.
Okay.
So guess what?
Okay.
None of them show up. You know why? Because it's all bullcrap, bro. You know those people are lying. Are fake.
You have a support animal that's a donkey. Dude, I'm not buying it. Alligator. Crazy.
The support animals are always act worse than my dogs. I'm like, are these dogs supposed to be trained? It's like they're peeing in the plane. It's like, bro, I gotta sit next to this stupid dog barking. I'm like, F this dog. And you know which dog I say F to the most? Greyhound. F you, Greyhound. F you, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. If Greyhound had a mother, I would insult its mother. And I don't even insult people's mothers. If Greyhound was a lady, I call her the C word. That's how bad I hate Greyhound. Don't back up, folks, on that hate, or they're never going to change. We all got to band together and hate these people. Hate them, I say. Greyhound, guess what, man? You deserve all the hate. I'm telling you, man. You don't agree with me, Adelaide?
I just know Greyhound is rough. That's all I'm saying. How they stay in business is another thing, too. You think about it, it's cheap. But it's all, I don't know. Every time I've traveled on Greyhound, it's packed. Every time. Knock on wood, I hope I don't ever have to ride a Greyhound. Ever again. Ever.
Nah, bro, because you got to get down with the Spirit, homeboy. I like Spirit Airlines. People talk crap on it because you don't get any peanuts or water. Fine, you sissy. Go fly on Delta. I don't care. I'm gonna say $200 on this flight. Fly
do
more.
what you do at the movie theater. Sneak some treats in. That's what you got to do.
That's what I do. People are too cheap. They're like, I'm so cheap. That's your problem for being cheap, man. You got to be cheap in the right spots.
Yeah,
but
very true. Very true.
You know who wasn't cheap?
Who's that?
Slick Rick the Ruler.
Slick Rick. I was thinking about him too. I know we're talking about him, but man, he was the first one to really rock a fat gold chain too, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fat and jewelry and everything. But I know you're gonna spit game on his bio, so I'm looking forward to this. Big fan of Slick Rick.
All right, here we go. Born Richard Martin Lloyd Walters. Four names. Nice. Now, one thing that Slick Rick was always known for, and for those of you who don't know who Slick Rick is, please get involved in some Dougie Fresh, in Slick Rick, in Children's Story, Hey Young World. I mean, just an amazing rapper, a fun rapper too at that, but very, very old school, so you might be too young to remember him.
Yeah.
Anyways, he had that British accent. You remember that?
Yeah, and it was crazy too because he was from New York.
No,
well,
here's
not originally.
That needs to be heard. Exactly.
Yes.
Originally,
he was like proper.
Yeah, well, he was born to Jamaican parents in Mitcham, England, which is just outside of London.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, so he had that. So that accent was real. He didn't fake it. That was a real accent.
Danny says something there in the comments that might be interesting to us.
That eye patch was bomb.
Well, do you know why he wore that eye patch, Danny? Because Adley and I do. When Slick Rick was 18 months old, what happened, Adley?
He was laying in the crib and a window broke, glass everywhere, including in his eye.
That's it.
Brutal, man. That's a really sad story, by the way. Like, that's
I agree with you, but you know what I think is bananas? The two things that you would always think were fake about Slick Rick, his accent and that eye patch, were both real.
They're both legit. Oh my gosh, look at that. Slick Rick, the ruler. Yes.
I told you, Slick Rick the Ruler, son. You got to say his full name. But anyways, so until he was 11, he lived in England, and then he moved to the Bronx.
And why? That's right. Yes, and you know what? And he was at the peak of hip hop. I mean, it was really starting to blow up. This is what, 84, 85?
Oh, dude, this is before then, because it was in 84 when he met Doug Fresh. But before he met Dougie Fresh, he was in high school in a group called the Kangol Crew. And guess who was in the crew with him? I didn't tell you this one, so you might not know. But think back in that era, who sounded just like him?
Let's see. I'm gonna say.
If you guess this, I'll be so surprised.
I don't know.
Dana Dane, dude.
Dana. Oh, I should have known that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Nightmare on My Street. Yes, Dana Dane. Yes.
Oh, no, there's a nightmare. Yeah. Cinderella, Dana Dane. Well, I'm the rapper Dana Dane with fame. Yeah. But here's the crazy part. Dana Dane had a fake British accent that he copied off of Slick Rick. That's why they sounded the same.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
I did not know that. But yeah, he had that kind of proper English kind of speaking and stuff too. Yeah, okay. Were they in the Kangol Crew together?
The Kangol Crew is the name of the two of them. They played small clubs, parks, and schools. So y'all learning something today about Slick Rick and Dana Dane. Here's the thing: Dana Dane's a cool name, though. You got to give it to him. Slick Rick the Ruler is a cool name, but Dana Dane, like if you meet a cat named Dane nowadays, you call him Dana Dane. Just showing off the fresh drip, everybody. Look at this. I got my fishbowl with a koi fish, Adley, being fed pizza.
Let's go big on that.
I don't know if you can see it. God bless America. Okay. All right, let me get back to this. Because this ain't no Slick Rick the Ruler chain, but it is pretty dope. Look at that. Look at that koi fish eating pizza.
Oh, nice.
All right, that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You want to go after solo? Here we go. I got more to talk about. In 1984, he meets Dougie Fresh at a talent show. Yeah. So Doug and Rec put together the Get Fresh crew. In 1985, the B-side of the show was a song that I bet you all know. Adley, what was it?
Was it Lottie Dottie? We like to party.
100%.
We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. So that was on the B-side of the show.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And the show was a good song, but Lottie Dottie was the hit. Was the bigger hit.
The show was a great song because it sampled the Inspector Gadget song.
Yes.
And it was kind of like before people sampled stuff. You're like, oh, and plus Doug he was really nice with that beatboxing.
Yeah.
However, in 1986, he was the third artist signed to Def Jam as an independent artist. And if you look at Danny's next comment, it's almost like he's feeding me these.
Nice. Children's Story was the best song.
Well, that was on The Great Adventure of Slick Rick, which went #1 on the R&B and hip hop Billboard charts and had 3 hits on it. It was Children's Story, as Danny has pointed out. You remember the second one? Can I guess?
Was it Mona Lisa?
No.
Oh, not Mona Lisa.
That was a later album.
Oh, that was later? Okay, my bad. Children's Story. There's a bad one I remember. Treat Her Like a Pea.
No. Hey Young World and Teenage Love.
Teenage Love. Teenage Love.
Hey Young World and Children's Story. In 1989, Slick Rick's mom hired Mark Plummer, who was his cousin, to do security for him. And that's not going to turn out well for anybody in this story.
Bad idea. Yeah.
In 1991, Plummer threatened Slick Rick's mom, said he was going to kill her.
And their cousins?
Slick Rick. Yeah, so what happened was he tried to extort Slick Rick. He was trying to extort him. He was like, you need to give me money. You need to do all these things. You need to kick me down more royalties. So Slick Rick fired him. And he said his severance package wasn't good enough. So then he shot up Rick's house, dude.
Oh,
I feel bad for Slick Rick. I'm not going to lie to you guys, because like you hear that Slick Rick got arrested. You remember that he went to jail, but you kind of don't really know the story. So what happened is this dude, dang it, I'm getting the lumpy throat, the fleshy throat. No,
yeah,
the booger throat, whatever that is.
The phlegm,
mucus throat. That's it. So, anyways. So this dude shoots up Rick's house, right? Slick Rick's house. Then he's driving around the neighborhood like trying to act hard, and Slick Rick went and got himself a gun. And like legitimately got a gun. Like it was all like legit, like he wasn't, like nefarious or anything. Like he wasn't a gangster, man.
Did the background check and everything?
All of it.
Wow.
And then Plumber shows back up in his neighborhood, and Rick just went out and started shooting, bro. Slick Rick went out and just started shooting. Yeah, shot at him. He didn't kill him. He only wounded him, and then he shot a guy in the foot by accident.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. Yeah.
He got two counts of attempted murder. That was what the judge threw at him.
Wait, what happened to his cousin?
I mean, they didn't say that in the story.
Hopefully, hopefully he got in trouble too, because in the hood, Slick Rick wasn't the gangster type. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like from his music, I mean, Teenage Love. Come on, it was about two people in love. Mona Lisa, which was a little bit later, was about meeting a girl at the pizza place. A children's story was about a guy.
Like, don't do it. Don't be involved in criminal activity.
Yeah, it was a story about what could happen if you get caught up. And interesting and crazy. And the sad part is, though, he did go to jail because of that. I
think this is racism, man, at its height. I mean, honest to God, dude, I honestly think if Slick Rick was white, this wouldn't happen to him. Think about it, bro. A white dude, some crazy guy's going through his gated community, and he just pulls his strap and shoots him. You know what I mean? But this cat already shot up his house. He ain't going to jail, dude.
That's the crazy part, too. You think, okay, his cousin did all this stuff to him, obviously came back around more than once. And, when someone's threatening your mom's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm
talking jazz about you on the street, and he's got a strap. And you're like, bro, you got a gun? I got a gun too now. How about that?
I got to defend myself. I have to defend myself, protect my family. And dude, when there's a bully, man, the only thing that really works is fight back.
Punch him right in the face.
Yeah.
So anyways, Russell Simmons bails him out of jail. And while he's out of jail, right about to get sentenced, he writes 21 songs and rushed them into the studio. Then he gets locked away for 6 years, dude. Slick Rick did 6 years, dude. 6 years for that.
Wow. 6 years could break a man in there.
Bro, I think it did break Slick Rick, to be totally honest with you.
Explain.
You know how many albums Slick Rick put out?
Hit like 7 total.
4.
He only put out 4?
His last album was in 1999, and it was the only album he put out after he got out of prison.
Huh.
Yeah, but guess what? But he collaborated on that album with Snoop Dogg, Nas, Jay-Z,
Outkast.
Outkast, Big Boy, like everybody collabed with him on that album because I think everybody understood he got a raw deal. Like I remember when I was young. When I was a young guy, like I used to see, free Slick Rick shirts, and I thought they were cool. Like, oh yeah, free Slick Rick. But I didn't understand what actually happened. You know what I mean? Like somebody shot up his house and he was defending himself, and he went to jail for 6 hard, long years. And you know what the wild part is? I've never seen him complain about it.
That is true. You know what? And even when we do our research and stuff, I was going through some stuff today, an interview, and he even said, they said, "Do you feel remorse about this?" And he said, "Yeah, I feel remorse because I could have handled it in a more adult way." And you're thinking like, no, dude, someone me, maybe I'm immature, but I would think like, I don't feel remorse for that, man. You're protecting your family. You know what I mean? If someone's going to keep messing with you, yeah.
On the Chris Urbanic episode, I already told you he lent me a gun. Remember that? He lent me a gun for a year and a half, bro. That gun wasn't for show. That gun was for You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be a sucker.
In case. Yeah. So
yeah, man. That's what Slick Rick did. But they start popping.
Even in that interview, they said, hey, because Dr. Dre was going through some ish at the time. Tupac was still around and was going through some ish at the time. And he, we got any words of advice, for them? And he's all like, hey, people are going to talk trash. People are going to talk in your ear. People are going to, just do nothing but be smart, Alex, to you. But you just got to just roll with it and just handle it like you're going to handle it. So I thought that was pretty mature at the time, because even then he was still probably 27 when he got out. I mean, he was still pretty young. And it's like, Tupac,
I don't even know if he was young when he got out, because you got to remember, dude, he went in so he goes in 91, and then he got out in 98. The album came out in 99, but dude, I feel like he was like 22 when the show came out.
Yeah. Oh man, because I think he was born 65. So he was 20. Yeah, so it's probably about right.
69. Yeah, 69.
Was he? Okay. Yeah. Interesting. That's a cool story. And Slick Rick, man, his first album, legendary. Even Snoop Dogg covered his song "Lottie Dottie" later on, and that was on Doggy Style.
Do you put Slick Rick up with like Rakim and like KRS?
And when you talk about that era of hip hop, when you talk about 80s, yes, he's a top 5 MC. Because dude, a lot of time, people were talking about, partying and whatever, but he would tell you a story. You could listen to his album and paint, get vividly in your mind a picture of what's happening. When you listen to a children's story, I mean, dude, you can, in your mind, there's a mental picture going on of everything that happens all the way up until he gets shot by the cop, even after he puts his gun down.
Wait, hold on, because I haven't been looking at the comments. And when I was like, would you put him up against Rakim? I just noticed Danny wrote, no.
Danny's favorite was Tone Loc. Let's be honest. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'll say this, man. Like, I'll put him up there, and I'm not saying everybody else should put him up there, but I have mad respect for Slick Rick. Like, dude, just the life that he went through that I never knew he went through. And dude, he was the original, like he was one of the first hip hop artists you'd heard, bro. Like, I remember when the show came out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it like do 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 do, and Lottie Dottie was like the perverted song. Like, you couldn't play it in front of your parents. Like, ooh, this is nasty. There's a lot of cuss words. But dude, it wasn't just Tone broke. It wasn't just Snoop that covered actual Lottie Dottie. Remember Montel Williams in This Is How We Do It? Was that Montel Williams?
Once upon a time, not long ago. Yeah.
That's right.
He copied that whole hook. That's right.
Yeah, he redid Children's Story.
He was, and actually Lottie Dottie, I heard this somewhere too, that it was the top 3 as far as sampled records go. Because, you think Flava Flav, yeah, boy. You also, you think about Slick Rick stuff. You know what I mean? People sampled Lottie Dottie a lot. Yeah, even, okay.
And Children's Story.
Most Definitely did his jam too. Okay. You'll have to refresh. What song was that, Joseph? Because we're big.
Yeah, Joe, I feel like fans. I remember, but I don't.
Rakim, one of the greatest lyricists, definitely.
I mean, Rakim, dude, I even like Rakim's new stuff. That's when you know an MC's an MC. You know what I mean? When they put out new stuff and you're like, oh no, that's good, and you're old. You know what I mean? Because like, one thing about being an MC is it's hard, because when you are at the height of your power, you're the illest person. You know what I mean? You're just like think of whomever. You go ahead and think of the rapper at his height, and you can go from, Melly Mel, DMC, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Eminem. You know what I mean? And like at their height, they are like
untouchable.
Stars. Yeah, like they look as bright as anything could ever look. And then you got the gutter guys like Redman, Meth, like all those Wu-Tang guys, where like their star was insanely bright, but it was like, oh, but these guys are gutter. This is so neat. You know what I mean? Like, so so interesting when an MC can keep that composure. But I think what's more interesting to me is when an MC can do that Rolling Stones thing where they can just go out and sing their hits, and people don't care if they put out a new album.
That's true too, because I mean, you think about, and here's we're gonna show this a little bit later. When I was hanging out with Slick Rick for a few minutes, he talked about putting out a new album, and I remember vividly, he's like, "Yeah, I'm working on a new album. It's gonna be called Ferocious." So if we ever meet him, we'll ask him about that and say, "Hey, remember back in 2001 or 2 or whenever this was? Do you remember talking about Ferocious?" And I'll put that on whatever. I remember that. It didn't come out.
I want to hear all about this story, and that's a good tease because I don't have much left on Slick Rick because all I have to say is I respect the man. He did his full 6 years. You're right, Adelaide. I saw the same interview you saw where he just seemed like a very calm, changed man. Last thing I have to say about Slick Rick. Do you know what his net worth is?
Net worth, Slick Rick. These dudes still tour. They still make money. You're still, you still see some merch here and there. You'll see some Slick Rick and stuff. I'm gonna say at least.
Wait. Do you want me to remind you what everybody else's net worth was so far?
Yeah, let me hear.
Tone Loc was 75 cents. No, we didn't do Tone Loc. Chingo Bling was 2 million, and Baby Bash was 6 million.
Bash is 6. Bash has some side projects too, though. I'm gonna put Slick at the 3 to 4 million range. I'll put him in between. He's at 2. He's at
2 million. What you got to remember about Baby Bash is he owned his own publishing.
And
now you can start doing that math when I tell you how much people are worth. You know what I
mean? Okay. Yeah, because even something I read about too. Now Slick Rick, if he does new stuff, he said I own the publishing now, and you don't really need those labels. You don't really need those big whatevers to get your music out anymore. You can own the rights to your music, own the publishing. So when it's on whatever Spotify or whatever, or even YouTube videos, you get most of the money as far as before labels. Hey, let me ask you this:
you're wasting our time. I'm trying to hear this Slick Rick story with Adelaide. What are you teasing us, man?
Okay. Well, this is you know what? It's just kind of one of those things. I know this is I'm going to say late 90s, early 2000s. But can I show the picture?
Wait, real quick. Joe said that Black Star did Children's Story.
Black Star was Mos Def and
Talib Kweli.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Are you sure nice. Very nice. Story. I remember they did 1, 2, 3 Mos Def and Talib Kweli, which is the KRS cover. I could see them doing that though. I haven't listened to a ton of Black Star, and Joe was really into underground hip hop. Joe introduced me to LA Symphony.
Nice. Oh yeah,
Joe's like one of those random cats that listens to really good music. When you meet a cat that listens to really good music, and you're like, "What are you listening to?" And they're like, "You never heard these guys?" You're like, "No, I haven't heard of, Pigeon John or whatever." And then you start listening, you're like, "Oh man, this is sick."
Yeah. LA Symphony's great. Yeah, and then Daniel's throwing one in. Chance the Rapper.
Nah, dude, I'm not into new music. Sorry, Danny. You lost me. All right, come on, man. Give me this Slick Rick story. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. So, and this is crazy too, Mike. I'm going to show you the picture real quick. This we hung out. He was doing a show at the Rialto Theater. This is in Tucson, Congress. And we lived above the Rialto Theater. Mike and I did for a couple years. And
unfortunately,
those are our crappy apartment up there. It was pretty rough. And we're hanging out, and he was doing the sound check. And just to let you know the strength of the badge, you roll up and Hot 98.3. Look at check it out. Hot 98.3 was a hip hop rhythmic station, i.e., kind of top 40-ish, but still hip hop. And not playing Slick Rick at the time, but I was like, "Hey man, I'm a fan. I live upstairs. I came down, and you can see I was probably wearing I was gonna say not going to the gym, but no, that's not true. I was probably not in my best gear. But then look at Slick Rick. I mean, we're just chilling. Super humble dude. It was probably me and him and probably Malik's taking the picture. And dude, we got to chop it up for 15, 20 minutes. And we're just talking. And he was talking about his new album coming out, Ferocious. He's all ferocious. And he had that accent, that cool English accent. Back then, if we'd had, smartphones, I could have got some video and stuff. But I mean, one of the nicest dudes ever. He had only been out of jail for a couple of years. And you can see that he's not rocking the gold chain, the flashy jewelry, the big velvet hats or whatever. Because it was sound check, but his shirt's still pressed. You know what I'm saying? He still has style, and you can see that, and you can see this dude is a legend. There's no doubt about that. And I mean, awesome show. I don't think it was sold out, but it's a 1,500 people venue, and there was a good 700-800 people in there. But this is, when you get an opportunity to meet someone like this, savor those moments, because I mean, it was amazing, and it's just great to see somebody like that. And you think, I mean, one thing we talked about was like, hey man, you are the storyteller in hip hop. You think about it. You're the reason guys like Biggie. I mean, think about how Biggie would tell stories, not only just as, a story but there's even songs where Biggie did two voices. I mean, Slick Rick, multiple times you hear him doing different voices, different characters in these songs. I mean, just think of that level of artistry that you got to bring to the table to be able to do that.
Because you're burying this story. So here's how this goes. First of all, you weren't living upstairs at the time. I can do the math on this. This is after I left to Pittsburgh. I'm trying to see like any distinguishing marks by the year, like looking at cars and stuff like that, but I can't. So you were already living over across the street from the Lucky Wishbone. That's
was that ever okay? I was off of Oracle.
I know that was. Yeah. So, but Malik's taking the picture makes sense, and you have your Hot 98.3 badge, but it's the new logo. It's not the People Station logo. So that means it had to have been when Clear Channel took over for us. So how did you know? So you just knew Slick Rick was going to be there, and I got to assume it was like one of your buddies who was a promoter or something told you, or
it must have been because that's a little vague even to me. But there was some reason it was kind of like, get here now or you're not going to be able to meet him. And who knows, you know what? Even thinking maybe RW, you can refresh my memory. Maybe even Dub said, hey, go down there and get, get some drops or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. Cause he knew I was an old school dude, an old school head like that too. But so it was probably what, 01, 02 maybe? Because that is the new logo, and that was after the People Station. So early 2000s.
All right, so now you roll up, and how did you get to finagle your way to meet Slick Rick? You just showed your badge?
Yeah, I had the badge with me, and I'm not inside, so I'm thinking this is like one of the stage doors. So on this side, you can't see it from here. But just if you where Malik's is probably standing, there's an entry door to the backstage and everything.
Dude, we got to bring Malik's back on to tell this story because you were bad at the story because you met you met an icon and I'm like, what did you guys talk about? And you're like, ice cream. I'm like, no, you didn't. Tell me what you talked about.
No, we just talked about just his lyrical flow, how he was the innovator when it came to the storytelling. Because Joseph talked about Black Thought and the song Boom. I mean, just taking the different voices, one guy doing all this stuff, laying multiple tracks down, and just bringing it. And then I didn't bring up the jail stuff. I mean, I didn't.
Well, it's also hard me to meet famous people. You know what? I need to start this up because I told myself I was going to do this. I want to get a book and just write 2 questions I would ask every famous person I can meet. So that way, when I meet them, like I can ask what I really want instead of leaving and being like, was there a Mona Lisa? Or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to do, dude. I want to write. And so, like, you know what? That's how we should end these segments. Because one of these days we might meet these guys. All right.
We hope to. I'd love to meet Slick Rick again.
You have 2 questions you get to ask Slick Rick. What are they?
The first one is I'm thinking about when you got signed to Def Jam, you left your crew, and you wonder about that too. Was there any bad blood there? Were people pissed about it? That, but also even just going into, I would ask him about the jail stuff. Like, dude, seriously? There was no, you felt remorse, you felt bad about it, or explain that to me a little bit, because man, in my eyes, you did what you needed to do. So maybe elaborate on that and let me know, how you would feel bad. And where's your cousin now? You know what I mean? And it sucks because that's family. So how do you feel about family at this point? Would you bring people in? Because Mike, you bring people in, there's people that will take advantage, but family, that makes it even suck worse. You know what I mean? To Slick Rick, if you're to that point where you have to shoot back, i.e., clap back at somebody that's your family because they're threatening you, I mean, what's going through your mind at that time?
Dude, they weren't threatening him. They shot at his house,
and they shot up your house.
Like, that's not a threat. A threat is I'm gonna shoot you, and I pull my shirt up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, look, I'm gonna shoot you. It's like, all right, that's a threat. Whatever, bro. You would have shot me. That dude shot at his house and threatened to kill his mother. It is what it is. All right. So if my two questions, man, those are two good questions, and they're kind of where I'd be at. Is like, because I just want them to know how much I had respect for them. But then I kind of would want to be like, have you been back to England since you were a child? So that'd be what I'd ask. And then I'd be like, did you realize that eye patch worked for you this whole time? Like, were you self-conscious about it? Because I've always seen it as something dope. I didn't even know he needed one. Those would be my two. Like, were you ever self-conscious about the eye patch? And have you been back to England? Those would be my two. So if we ever meet you, Slick Rick, we have our 4 recorded now, so we'll always know what we'd ask you, and that's it. I hope it doesn't offend you about the eye patch. But Adlai, we got to move it along because we want to talk about another old school hip hop artist who may or may not have died today.
This one, and this is crazy to talk about too, because I mean, everybody knows his song. I know even Mike. This is one of those songs every once in a while we drop in the club, and it was one that everybody sang. Everybody.
Picking boogers. You caught the vapors.
Catching vapors. 2 great songs. But the one I'm really thinking about is Just a Friend. Just a Friend.
He sung that? I didn't even know he sung that song.
Picking boogers. I saw you slide it in your mom's spaghetti. I remember that.
Dude,
yeah.
I loved Bismarck he's the best, dude. He used to be on the show called Yo Gabba Gabba. Did Kate ever watch Yo Gabba Gabba?
I made him watch it. I made him watch Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh my gosh, it was so awesome because it was when Nehemiah and Cade were little boys. He was essentially the same age. But when so it's like, me and Adlai, we're hip hop guys, we're DJs, and now we have kids. Like, but DJ, what was his name? DJ Lance Rock?
Yeah, the skinny dude, the rock the bucket hat.
DJ Lance Rock. He helped us out with that and made Yo Gabba Gabba. That was the illest kid show. If you guys have never seen Yo Gabba Gabba, you got to get on it because Bismarck was on it. The Aquabats were on it.
Yeah,
the Roots were on it.
Yep.
Most Jack Black was on it. Oh yeah, Jack Black was on it. Like that show was so fun, man. That show was like, hey, Sesame Street, guess what? Eat a fat one. Here we go. Boom. And the monsters on that show were so weird looking. Dude, I can't remember any of those monsters' names.
I can't either.
My son still has a DJ Lance hat, and then my daughter had the Froby, like the green one, but I can't remember what happened to it. But yeah, man, that was the absolute best time for that show to come out because we had kids. That's right. There's a party in my tummy. So yummy, so yummy.
Yeah.
But anyways, Biz would come out and he would teach the kids how to beatbox.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was so good. Oh, geez. Amazing. And I want to say he did
I should have said Nobody Beats the Biz when I was pretending like I didn't know what song you were talking about. That was a great song.
Nobody beats the biz.
Nobody beats the biz. And there was like a sexy voice girl in the back. Nobody beats the biz.
Yeah, he was
man. He's the greatest.
He was awesome. He was awesome. Now, and it sounds like the rumors as of now are false.
Are they false?
So he, as far the latest thing I got was from today, earlier, not too long ago. The story from Pitchfork is saying that he is still alive, but he's living in hospice.
Yeah, I heard he is living in hospice. Now, so for those of you who don't know, if you're truly plugged in as a hip hop head, if you've been crowned a hip hop head by one of the 7 heads of the Illuminati, hip hop Illuminati, then you get this information before everybody else. So me and Adlai, we got our cards in like 1992. So every time a hip hop alert comes out, it gets sent directly into our nocturnal feed.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And Bizmarkie, You know what? He suffers from type 2 diabetes.
Oh man.
It's rumored that he had a stroke. And me and you talked about this. I don't think he eats that healthy, and I'm not trying to be a D about it, but we got to get my buddy Brian.
Wasn't it Didn't Five Dog die of diabetes?
He was. Well, he's the one. I don't eat no ham and eggs, and I'm like, if you eat ham and eggs, hell yeah, I do. You know, and you're just like, dude, come on, take care of yourself. And we got to get my buddy.
Documentary? Did you see that documentary with
Trav?
Yeah, what was it? Michael Rappaport did Beats, Rhymes, and Life.
No.
Dude, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. If you've not seen it, I think it's on Netflix. It's phenomenal. It's on one of them. But yeah, phenomenal. But let's get back to our man Bizmarkie. Bizmarkie, he did the intro to Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard by Paul Simon. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, him and Big Daddy Kane. And so like they were real friends growing up. But that's how I knew Bizmarkie hadn't died, because Big Daddy Kane put out a snippet on YouTube and was like, look, guys, you got to stop these rumors, but we need to pray for Bismarck. Please pray for your boy Bismarck. Yeah. And dude, Big Daddy Kane was not messing around. He was just like, dude, if I could meet Big Daddy Kane or Bismarck.
There'd be another one too. There'd be another one. Ain't no half stepping.
Oh yeah. Geniuses.
Now remember, Bizmarkie was also on the Beastie Boys. A couple tracks there.
And he also was did the remake of Body Moving with Eric Sermon and somebody else. It was a really cool crew.
Was it Keith Murray?
Body Moving. No, it was Eric Sermon. I want to say Redman. I want to say it was Redman, Eric Sermon, and Bismarck.
Death Squad. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Death Squad, right? Wasn't that their crew?
Squad,
Death Squad? Yeah. Wasn't that it? Redman, Eric Sermon,
EPMD.
Yeah, but the whole EPMD wasn't in it. It was. I thought it was Redman, Eric Sermon, and Bismarck, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
I could be making that a whole crew up for all I know. I know that somebody redid the Beastie Boys song "Body Moving." I know that
Body Moving. Yeah. Benny and the Jets remake. Bizmarkie did a Benny and the Jets remake.
Oh yeah, he did.
Wow.
He did.
Okay.
Dude, Bismarck is amazing too. We should do one on Bismarck, but none of us have met him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And the segment ends with us showing a picture or telling a story about how we met somebody. But yeah, man, Bismarck, our prayers go out to you, brother. God bless you. You've definitely been one of my favorite MCs growing up. For all y'all who haven't gotten into Bismarck, first song you definitely need to listen to is Pickin' Boogers.
Pickin' Boogers, hilarious.
Don't mess with any other song until you listen to Pickin' Boogers, because that is a masterpiece. Just a Friend was a great song. I'm not taking away from it, but once you've heard something 9,000 times, it's like Hotel California. It's like, all right, man, I can't do it. And I do like that him and Big Daddy Kane stayed together the whole time. You know what I mean? Like they were still friends the whole time. No beef between the two of them and everything.
Weren't they? And they were on Cold Chillin' Records. They were on the same
Cold Chillin'
label.
Records.
Cold Chillin' Records.
Remember?
That's right. Yep.
I got another brother who got that fame. He goes by the name of the Big Daddy Kane.
Nice.
Nice. That was from Catch the Vapors. Yeah,
Catch the Vapors. Yeah. Oh, what about
you work for UPS?
What about You Got the Dragon? Remember that one? If you got bad
bro.
Breath, You Got the Dragon.
My man. All right. Prayers to not Big Daddy.
Bizmarkie.
prayers for the Bismarck, everybody. Remember, nobody beats the Biz. Homie, I'm going to be praying for you tonight. I promise you that.
Definitely.
In fact, me and Adam will probably pray for you right after this show. But Bismarck, right now, we all need to be praying that Adlai stops being single. Adlai, man, what's going on, bro? You used to be the handsomest cat, dude. You show that picture of you and Slick Rick, bro, and ladies fall in love, bro. Is that the one you put on your Tinder profile? Because that's what I would have done. Like, look at me. This is what I look like. You know what? That's what you should do. Post that picture right here, bro. Post that picture up there. That's our first one for the three. One for three.
Can I do it right here?
Yeah, man.
This is only going to Filipino dating. I think it's this one right here. Let's see. Yeah. Will Slick Rick get mad and be like, man,
hey, man,
maybe
Slick Rick will find a Filipino wife. Maybe Slick Rick will find a nice Filipino wife. Put it like this. Hey, young world. And then just post it.
I was going to wait, I'll add to yours.
No, go ahead. What do you got?
At Slick Rick. See if it works. It's not coming up. That's not. I don't want to tag the wrong one.
That would have been dope.
Oh, okay.
Who cares?
I'll still
Tag the
put
wrong
him.
one. That'll be funnier.
Slick Rick. Thinking about you and a teenage love.
No, don't put that, bro. That's a felony nowadays. Take that back. Take that back. Take that back, son. No. Your computer's getting seized if you put that, bro. Come on. You're 50. You can't be putting nothing about a teenage love.
Let's put love. You and love.
Nah, I just put this. Anybody got some pictures of their feet?
Thinking about you and your feet.
Got any pictures?
Your feet. Please. Please. Oh, too funny. Good times.
Dude, that handsome ass lady you just posted up there. No way, dude. Bro, how come every time when you're young, I see these handsome pictures, you had a mustache and a beard? Why aren't you just growing out your facial hair?
Oh, where'd it go? Where'd the picture go? Did it go on my regular thing?
Oh, I hope not. No, it didn't. They probably have to put it under review ad. It's probably under review.
Checking the pictures. Okay. Yeah. So report back, and we'll see the.
Yeah, next week we'll see all the good stuff. I hope that did not go to your regular. If it did, that's a good promo for the Chino brothers. All right.
Yeah, that's whatever.
We're only doing 3 today, folks, and only ladies. So what do you got for ad?
I got. I was gonna bust out some "Just a Friend" lyrics.
Yeah, man.
I think for one, show Bizmarkie some support
for Bismarck. I'll be way farther sad if Bismarck dies than I was when DMX died.
Interesting. Yeah. That dude. I just don't want any more to, pass, dude. Shock G passed not too long ago.
Chuck died? I didn't know that.
No, Shock G.
Oh, I thought you said Chuck.
Yeah,
Shock. I remember when Shock G died. But dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, neither of them hit me as hard as Bismarck will. Bismarck, dude, I'm telling you, I loved Bismarck when I was a kid. That's that teenage music. You know what I mean? Like, that's when music meant so much to you. All right, come on, man. What do we got for this lady?
I hit enter already. Dang it. I didn't want to hit enter yet.
What'd you write?
Let me see if I can edit. So I took a blah, blah. Oh, here we go. I can't edit. So I took blah, blah's word for it at this time. I thought just having a friend couldn't be no crime. Because I have friends, and that's a fact. Like Agnes, Agatha, Jermaine, and Jack. Forget about that. Let's get into the story about a girl named, and I'm going to put her name there. Icy, that adored me. Should I tag her? Oh, it's not. There's a bunch of them. Icy, Parise. Oh, it's not.
Bro, you were putting too much thought into this.
That's good F. Yeah, that's good F. Boom.
All right, next one. Come on, let's go. Look at this.
Oh, will the angels be angry if you take me to heaven?
Is that what it says?
Yeah, that's what her thing says right there.
I was hoping that's what your lyric was. I was like, oh man, that's a good
one. That just gave me an idea, though.
Good. What do you got? Because I got one. If you don't,
you're my angel. You're my darling.
Shorty, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. Closer than my peeps, you are to me.
Baby.
Angel.
Yeah, let's do that.
Life is one big party when you're still young, but who's gonna have your back when it's all done?
It's all good when you're little.
Damn the abuse, son. What about the long run?
Oh yeah. Let me add that and put here for the long run. Oh, I hit enter again, man.
Add late, man.
I don't know. Well, I wanted to
go
back
to community college, bro, to learn how to use a computer.
Let's try to go to the next line.
No, it's still blinking. Ain't it blinking? There you go.
You and me. You and me in the long run.
Why aren't you just cut and pasting like you always do?
I did, but I wanted more, so I added some more. Okay, ready?
What about? Are we going to solicit some? Are we going to solicit some feet pictures from this person or no?
Well, should we? And
Not enough feet in your picture.
Please hook up a footy. That's a foot selfie. A footy. Please hook up a footy.
I wonder if that's what it's really called. Do you think that's, if anybody's into feet that's watching this, let us know if it's called a footy when someone's OnlyFans is just their feet.
Now, you know what a Delphi is, right?
Dude, if this is as bad as all this, dude, when we were young, you guys, everybody watching, when we were young, Adley and Thomas used and I feel like Ryan was involved in this too. These guys in Too Strong Entertainment, our old DJ crew, used to just talk about the most disgusting acts of coitus that you could ever think of, and they all had weird names like, "Hey, have you ever heard of a donkey punch?" I'm like, "No, don't tell me what it is." It's when you're pooping. I'm like, stop telling me these things. And you guys knew like 100 of them. Like,
that was before Google. It was before Google too. Yeah,
I know. This is the reverse Scotsman. I'm like, stop talking to me about this stuff.
The Dirty Sanchez.
This one's not that funny. This one's not that bad sketch. It's just funny. Okay, it's when you punch a girl in the face. I'm like, what? Why would you do that to someone? It wasn't that bad. Obviously, we weren't like bad.
There was an actual donkey involved.
Get rid of this weird guy. Come on, man, because we don't have enough room. We don't have room for me to make fun of dudes today.
No,
you know what? We should go. We should go every other episode. 1 week I make fun of dudes. 1 week we spit game. Bro, this guy's just asking for it, huh?
Wait, which guy?
This dude is asking for it. No, the next guy. That guy's asking for it too, but he looks like a veteran and like God bless him, you know. But this cat right here, come on, dude. Hi, ladies. My name is Joseph. Just wanted you to know I'm really into finger puppets. This ain't you, Joe Moreno, so don't feel bad. I just couldn't think of a name. I'm really into finger puppets. Let's change his name because now I feel bad about Joe. Hi, ladies. My name is Alex. I'm really into finger puppets. Last year, I'm not trying to brag, but I went to 6 different Universe Cons. Now, I know you don't know what that is. So what it is this. If you're into Captain Universe, most of the characters that were in the movie that didn't have a speaking part or they're signing autographs. And I got to sign 3 autographs myself.
Whoa. Ladies.
Was that good?
Very good. The route I was going to take was, all right, ladies, check me out. As you can see, I'm at the free clinic right now, getting checked out for you. Yes, I do make love quite often. That's why I want to check myself out for you. And what better place? What better place to be than right here?
I got banged up when I called him Joseph. Sorry. Yeah. I got banged up when I called him Joseph, and I was like, "Oh man, Joe Moreno's gonna think I'm making fun of him." Like, dude, that the whole like not making fun of people's gotten into my head. All right, come on, let's see.
I was gonna use the name Daniel.
Yeah, Danny. I wouldn't feel bad about that, man.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. Dude, there are mad dudes on this, but none of them are standing next to Slick Rick. So good luck, fellas.
It's all dudes. Well, okay, wait. Here's
there we go.
Again, no feet.
Dude, that's where the OnlyFans comes in. That's why they're not showing the feet, because you're gonna have to pay for that one.
Should I ask how much to see the feet?
No, you got to spit some romantic game, dude. Don't you know how to talk to ladies? Come on.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, don't tag those people. I know them from work.
Are you ready for the Casanova, dude? Because I got something for you.
Okay, let's see. Okay, you got something for me? What do you got?
Yeah. Did you ever know that did you ever know that you're my hero?
Makes me think of
you're everything. You're everything I would like to be.
My typing kicks in and I start.
And I can fly higher than an eagle. Because you are the wind. Can I see your feet?
Okay. And can I see your feet?
Got her.
Oh my goodness. Too funny.
That's what you get. That's what you get,
Everything.
lady, for not
Everything.
showing the feet.
Okay, it auto-corrected to everything.
All right, last one, bro, and it's on you. You got one chambered?
Let me see. Dude. What the?
Oh my god.
That's just mean. Oh, Penny. What's
Wait,
up,
hold on.
Penny?
Did somebody put that on that dude's thing?
But Tyrone did.
So that black dude posted this
LA.
picture and somebody put a picture of a monkey? That's not nice.
But it's Tyrone did saying hi. He's just saying cheese. Like
Tyrone. What if it's a white dude called Tyrone?
Now you can see his picture. It's harder to see on the screen.
God bless him.
That is mean. If you're being mean about it, that's not cool. So here is Penny Torres.
The lady with the receding hairline. That lady has a receding hairline, dude. God bless her, but you know I'm telling the truth. Like, bro, you could like balance a spoon on top of her 5 head. Like, that's a lot of 5 head, son. This is very mean. Why am I being so mean to this poor nice lady? God bless you, lady, but you got a giant head. Look at that head, man. You can't lie to me. That's not a normal size head, right?
That's big. That is big.
That's a lot of head, dude. Like that's a lot of like top of your dome, cranium, whatever you say. All right, what are we saying to this nice lady? No feet.
Wow. Whoa. I was gonna do one night in Bangkok, and the world's your oyster. The bars are temples, but the pearls ain't free. You'll find a god at every golden cloister. And if you're lucky, then a god's a she.
You're definitely reading it now. Because when you said cloister, but that was a good one.
Cloister? What is a cloister? I have no idea what a cloister is.
Walking next to me. Dude, every time you read lyrics from the 80s, I'm like, I had no idea that's what that song was about.
Yeah,
that Seal song from last week, I'm like, dude, this is like a Dylan song. This is deep.
Crazy. Yeah. No wonder the ladies loved him. But if you're lucky, then the god's a she. I can feel an angel sliding up to me.
Oh, that's not good.
Wait, that's good. That's not good?
Well, no, that's good for her. Now that I'm old and I understand what happens in Bangkok and I'm listening to the song, I'm saying that's not good. Like, because when you were like 13 when that song came out, it was just a catchy
one night
jam.
In Bangkok.
Exactly. You're just like in Studio K doing your dance, you know what I mean? And in Cloud 9 doing your dance. So one night in Bangkok, and the dude who's the DJ is probably like 44. He's like, if these dumb kids just knew that they were dancing around talking about lady boys. Watch this, guys. I want to play the Lady Boy song again with that British homo. One night, none other than the other, and like all of us are like, yeah. Guy in the DJ booth, look at those stupid kids. Look, they're dancing about lady boys.
That is so crazy.
You never think about it, right?
I'm looking at more of. I'm trying to look at more of these lyrics that are just weird.
If you're lucky, then the god's a she, because what he's talking about is all those women there are really dudes. Yeah. And then when he goes, I can feel an angel sliding next to me. It's like, bro, don't give in to that temptation, son. You're going to regret that in the morning.
Let me ask you this.
Hangover 3.
What's the meaning of this line right here? This grips me more than wood, a muddy old river, or reclining Buddha.
I get my kicks above the waistline, sunshine. That's what he says right after that, though.
And thank God I'm only watching the game, controlling it. Interesting. Creepy.
Yeah, it's such a weird song when you listen to the lyrics. Dude, how come the FCC wasn't like, what are you doing, man? Like,
yeah, jeez.
We're coming after Eazy-E. And like, this is far more bizarre than anything Eazy-E ever said.
I feel like I should not do these lyrics.
Like, 2 Live Crew went to jail.
Second thoughts.
2 Live Crew went to jail. And this guy wrote this creepy song. Nothing happened to him. Then you had a bunch of other weirdos writing songs about 17-year-olds. It's like, what's the big deal? Yeah, but 2 Live Crew goes to jail. It's like, look, man, they're being honest. And let's be honest, we all feel the same way they do.
Weird. Yeah.
All right, are you racing and putting something different?
Yeah, I don't know. It just got a little too weird.
It's creepy as weird, bro. I'll tell you. You want me to help you out?
I was gonna do. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride?
Yeah, that song's not that bad.
Yeah, little girl.
Dude, always stick with 1980s songs, bro.
Yeah,
because they're corny.
Far back.
They're corny and they're safe. You know what I mean? Here, I got you. You ready? Here we go. I got you. Oh crap!
What is it?
Oceans apart, day after day. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Richard Marx, dude. You can't take no offense to Richard Marx.
Nah, for sure. Do it again. Oceans apart. What?
No. Just wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Like the whole song's like oceans apart, day after day, and I can't get near you. How? Dude, Richard Marx is the least offensive person ever, dude. I feel like he was an undercover youth pastor in real life.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know if he really was, Adley. I'm just saying that, but he was completely unoffensive. Him, Michael Bolton. What was the other guy with the horn? Kenny G.
Kenny G.
Yeah, they're all completely unoffensive, dude. They're not going to catch dirt on them. There ain't going to be no, guess what we found out about these cats? Those cats are all clean, every one of them. But I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
We're clean out of Filipino ladies. That's been 3. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the show.
This guy owns a gym.
Thank you so much for watching the show. Whoa. Adley, no matter what, you'll be the number 1 pick because you got Slick Rick the Ruler. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Clapper,
YouTube, Twitch,
whatever.
Facebook.
And come to our website, thechinobrothers.com. And it's just ChinoBrothers.com. And on top of it, come to our personal stuff. Mine's always at Tiny Box Vape Shop. Adley's always at
Adley Wilson or Adley on Groove 99.3. Shout out to the radio station that I work at.
That's it. So follow us personally and follow us collectively. The Chino Brothers are out.
Yeah, be safe out there. Thank you, everyone.